trying to make it. Too many people, they don't let me down. But I keep it real, no time for hating. I'm always on that PC trying to shape my sound. See, I'm just trying to make it. I've got some people, I cannot let it down. Aiming for the top of the mountain. Not there yet, but I've left the ground. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just trying to make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just trying to make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
All right, y'all. We back up in here. Man. Let me go and get my music right, man. What we gonna go with? Matter of fact, we gonna go with Cream on this one tonight. Yeah. Cause it's a somber and a sad night, y'all. Somber and sad. Our boy Uncle Shay had to step down, y'all, from ESPN until supposedly the football season comes around. All because of what we're gonna be talking about today. But before we get into any of that, do your boy a favor as always, man. Y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the videos, turn them notices on, make sure you click all. Keep fucking with your boy because we're trying to grow around here. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe done got into a situation, y'all. If y'all don't know him, he runs Club Shay Shays on ESPN, used to be on FS1 with Skip Bayless. But he got himself into a little pickle because supposedly he's getting sued for $50 million. And in this lawsuit, there's a lot of accusations. I'm not going to go toe for toe for each one of them. I'm going to let this other guy do it. Shout out to Hurricane Salute. Yeah, I'm gonna let the criminal lawyer tell y'all what it is because it's a lot of stuff. But we're gonna break down each part. He's actually gonna give his opinion on some of the stuff. What does this look like? What is this about? But I just want people to really understand. Just an accusation on a black man in 2025, it can cost you your job. It can cost you your career just for the accusation. And the sad part, it ain't just 2025. This shit's been going on for a long time. Especially if it's a white woman on the other side making the accusation. So that could get you Emmett Till around here. Y'all don't know about that, go look it up. And see, Hurricane says, Skip, do Shannon Sharpe got a choke? B? Yeah, hey, look. That's gonna be a little part of this. But either way though, look, y'all, we're gonna jump into it, man. Get your popcorn, get your soda, get your drinks, get your weed, get whatever you need. We about to go ahead and get into it. And let's see what the criminal lawyer has for us, man, when it pertains to this Shannon Sharpe $50 million lawsuit, y'all. Let's get it.
So, Shannon Sharpe. Ooh, unbelievable. Now, this ain't P. Diddy. This is 2 instances of criminal sexual conduct. Now, Shannon Sharpe was, I can't remember exactly when it was a while ago, but he was a tight end for the Denver Broncos. Very talented athlete. And, and tight ends are bigger guys. Well, all the guys in the NFL, unless you're a kicker, are bigger guys. And one of the things they do in these complaints is they don't release who the plaintiff is. So all we know is her name is Jane Doe. And they do that for the protection of the victim. And I say,
and y'all, we know what her name is. That's how I got a picture up on the thing. But I'm gonna let him continue. We know who you are, Gravy Girl.
Yeah, I like that because I'm a defense lawyer, so I'm going to attack credibility where credibility is due. Here's how this civil complaint starts. A woman can say yes to consensual sexual relations with a man 99 times, but when she says no even once, that means no. Or does it mean try harder? No, it means no. No means no. Defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who's accustomed to getting what he wants. Listen to this. Here's what I don't like about civil lawyers. Criminal lawyers, we generally get along with our prosecutors. Why? Because we have to fight with each other all the time. And so if you're a stinker, you don't need to be. There are people that you just know are just awful. So you're going to be awful back to them. Generally, you're going to be immature. Try not to be like that. So when somebody's really awful to me, I get quiet. I get polite. I get subdued. And then when it's time to feed them their lunch on a legal issue, that's when I pounce. After many, many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, murmur, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept her answer to no and raped plaintiff despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. He's 56, so she's 26. 56-year-olds generally shouldn't go out with 26-year-olds. Now, 36-year-olds, that's a little better. That seems to be my situation. I'm 58 and going out with a 36-year-old. And you know what? I think we just connect.
I need to get that shit off of Rick and Morty. They got the dude that says, "My man." Yeah, go on here with your bad self. 58 dating a 36. He feeling good about himself, y'all. Let's keep going.
And it's so loving and happy, and it's just so nice. I didn't go out with her because she's 36. I went out with her because she's fantastic. Plaintiff was working in a Los Angeles gym when Shannon Sharpe approached her for the first time. Previously, Jane Doe had noticed Sharpe watching her during her workouts. At this time, she was only 19 years old. At the time, she did not know who he was, only that he was another older man ogling at her at the gym. Doe could tell Sharpe was much older than her, and she found him physically intimidating. Well, he would be physically intimidating to anybody, pretty much. Eventually, he introduced himself at his determined insistence, and she gave him his number. Here's, at first blush, what I see. You've got a situation where this is going to be won or lost on the credibility of the witnesses that are there, i.e. the plaintiff, i.e. the defendant, right? It's a he said, she said case, period. What do you do to garner credibility for either side? Well, you get text messages, emails, restaurant records or credit card records. You get all kinds of other corroborating information, other people's testimony. Well, did you see them interact? Yes, I did. And he was fucking awful to her. Or yes, I did. And she was so demanding. She always wanted a Tiffany bag. She always wanted this. She wanted that. Let's see. What followed was the beginning of a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. The relationship was very unequal. Of course it was. He's 30 years older than she is. And he makes a lot of fucking money. And she's a gym rat. I mean, give me a break. Of course it was. Sharpe.
And see, this is why I started watching this, because at least we're going to get some honest, logical feedback on this. they're putting in the complaint that this lady is just so innocent and so much a victim. She couldn't control anything that was going on. Like, I don't like how that narrative gets played in today's society, especially when we see the strong and independent women can do everything. Like, don't play the victim and be the victor at the same time. And a lot of ladies like to be in both of those places at the same time. He was intimidating. His stature was very but you gave this motherfucker your number. I was so scared. I just gave my number away. The relationship is not equal. Clearly it's not. He's rich and famous, bitch. Who the fuck are you? There's levels to this shit. But you understood all that before you got in a relationship with him, before you started messing with him. So I'm like, you can't play victim at the same damn time, man. And see, we got Miss School for Justice in the building. Said you need what to do. Got Op in the building. He said toxic can be fun, but terrible with courts involved. You ain't never lying about that. And then Op also said, where's Skip when you need him? He might look. I don't even know, man. Look, Skip gonna come out and say some nice stuff about him, man. But Shanahan's got himself into a little pickle. But let's keep going.
Is more than 30 years older, and she is considerably wealthier, is physically much larger, and exponentially stronger. Sharpe is famous and has power. You knew that going into this consensual relationship, did you not? You knew that he was 30 years older, did you not? Did you not know that he was stronger than you? Did you not know that he had a lot more money? And yet you didn't choose to be with your contemporary, somebody just trying to make their way up in the world, somebody that is your age, did you? In fact, you didn't want somebody without money. You wanted somebody with money. That's kind of how this cross-examination goes. Plaintiff Sharpe,
goddamn right.
Saw each other on his terms. Well, yeah, he's a busy guy. And you have just a job at a fucking gym. On his schedule, as often as 4 times a week. Over time, plaintiff began to see the Sharpe's true nature. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. Ooh, he lied to you. Was he with his mother? Or was he with another woman? Ooh, murmur. Sounds like a jealousy thing. He often manipulated her at times, being sweet and loving, love bombing, to get what he wanted, and at other times being angry and aggressive to achieve his goals. Get rid of it. Fine, we can break up, that kind of thing. She discovered over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. He displayed the characteristics of a true narcissist.
Gaslighting doesn't exist. You made it up because you're fucking crazy.
He wielded his power, his influence, and his celebrity to control plaintiff and get exactly what he wanted, whenever he wanted it, all while jealously guarding what he considered his for himself. So this is not a long complaint, but I kind of want to read it because it's actually pretty good reading. That is. I don't think it's a good complaint. By October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively. Well, why didn't you fucking leave him? Unless he's holding you kidnapped, and I don't see that in this complaint, why are you still there? Why are you still there? I'll tell you why. It's all about money. Ain't a damn thing fun. You gotta have a con in the land of milk and honey. Don't you, honey?
Like, let's be real, man. And this is one reason why I have issues with a lot of ladies that be in a relationship with a guy for a long period of time, and it's at the point where this thing is dissolved, and this guy is everything but a child of God. He did so many cruel and evil things to them, but you were with him for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. Like, you stayed. That don't even sound right. And Love Dorsey said it a while back in the video we covered. She says a lot of ladies like the bad boy because the bad boy gives them excuse to be bad themselves. Whatever degeneracy they do in that relationship, they can always blame it on the bad dude because everybody knows he's a bad guy. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. When ladies call dudes narcissists, I'm really thinking that lady's a narcissist herself. I really think there's more women that are narcissists in this society than there are dudes. Mainly because a lot of ladies think the world revolves around them. They're the center of the universe and shit, and they think they're supposed to just get whatever the fuck they want. You have a lot of ladies. I know a lot of ladies and guys that ran across these type of individuals. Let's be real. But he hit it right on the head. Why didn't you leave? That's always the first question. And people will say, oh, you're victim blaming. That's not victim blaming. That's just having some common damn sense and asking a logical question. Like, why would you stay around somebody that keep knocking you upside the head? Make it make sense. It's because this man got money, man. And I don't believe he did none of that.
By October 2024, Shannon Sharpe's behavior progressively worse. Beyond anything the plaintiff experienced with him before, at this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Well, we have an admission of that, don't we? Remember he put it on Instagram Live?
Oh, yeah. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle.
Said he did it by accident. Who knows? Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Look at this. Look what I just did. Oh my God, isn't she fucking hot? That's probably what he did. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do to her things that would make no other man want her. You know, some guys are like that. Remember we did the reaction to Vince McMahon? The shit that I'm going to read to you is graphic and is disgusting. This is really, really, really fucking bad. That complaint was just fucking horrible. That was just absolutely awful. The degrading, and it involved other people, and him, you know, allowing other guys to have sex with this office person. Just terrible. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain that the relationship was exclusive. In other words, he got busted cheating. He, at this point, accidentally or purposely to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities.
Hold up, man. Look. We gotta talk about that one line. Hold on, let me slide to the side so I can see it again. Hold on, where's that? Yeah, here we go. He had, at this point, accidentally or purposely to advance his career, had sex with another person on pretty much IG Live. Name a guy who, like, for real, somebody name me one guy who advanced his career by having sex, getting caught having sex. Like, name me one guy. I don't know no man that ever advanced his career because he was having sex. Now, I know some women that didn't advance their career by having sex, but I don't get that part. Now, I don't know dudes that advance their career by having sex, y'all. I don't get it. And what's going on, Alexis? She said, howdy, y'all, as usual. Ma'am. Let's keep riding, man. Look, I didn't get that line right there. That didn't even make no sense to me.
What had once been manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment. Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, Shannon Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and anally raped plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. He did it again in January. Plaintiff left Nevada.
Now, hold up. Y'all caught that, right? So, supposedly, in October, y'all, Shannon Sharpe raped this woman twice and magically did it again in January. See, October, November, December, January. So let's say 3 months later, just take away the October month. 3 months later, he got you again. So 3 times in 3 months. And where's the police report? Anybody? Am I crazy? Hold up. Let me think about this for a second. Think about this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Not that again.
Getting tired of hearing the same played out ass story. And the sad part is, there are a lot of people out here that will eat that shit up like it's candy. I'm on it. Look, dude, I remember when I used to watch Kevin Samuels back in the day, man. I used to watch Kevin Samuels back in the day, and he used to always say something when ladies would come on talking about because every lady says they were abused. Every last one. I don't know what that is. Not all ladies, but a vast majority. A vast majority when you get on topics of relationships and things, their past relationships, they were abused. If you were abused like this, supposedly, why are you not going to the police? So I'm adopting the Kevin Samuels shit. Where's the police report? If somebody did me wrong like that, I'm going to stand on it 10 toes, y'all. I'm going to keep saying this till the cows come home. Maybe it'll get through somebody's head. If something like that happened to me, I'm running to the police because I want to get that fucker off the street. If I care about all these other people, especially women say they care about other women, if somebody did you dirty like that, and this is a guy that gets women, he did you dirty like that, and you gonna try to just go sue him instead of getting him locked up. You don't care about none of the other bitches in your city. You don't care about none of them. You don't care about women. You don't care about women because you would rather just get some money out of a motherfucker than try to actually get this person locked up because they're a danger to society. They're a danger to other women. You don't care. So it's hard for me to believe that shit. Hurricane said she deserves the Chris Bennett treatment. And then he also said 90%. And he also said facts. Like, for real, I appreciate that. Because, like, dude, my mind don't work that way. I don't think crazy. So, I don't know. Maybe I am crazy and I don't think like everybody else. You know, I don't know what it is, but I don't believe so. Either way, though, let's keep going, man.
To temporary escape, defendant Shannon Sharpe. She now seeks justice through this action and other means, and she wants $50 million. So the complaint starts out by talking about who he was, and we kind of know who he is. You see pictures of him there in the complaint. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't think I could outrun him. Then it goes on to talk about the consensual nature. And it was consensual at first, and then revealed from the start violent, aggressive, and controlling nature. Well, he's got CTE, honey. When you date a 30-year-old NFL star, aren't you going to expect that he's got some CTE going on? And shouldn't you just kind of give him everything he wants? No, you shouldn't. No does mean no, ladies. I'm not here on Shannon Sharpe's side or on Jane Doe's side for that matter. But every allegation's got to withstand scrutiny. It's got to withstand cross-examination. It's got to hold up to the light of the truth. I should have been a preacher. So the first night plaintiff went to Sharpe's house. The experience was unlike anything she'd ever dealt with before. The first night she went to his house. Disturbing, unsettling, and given his subsequent conduct, very illuminating. Huh. So, but you stay with him for 2 fucking years?
It's so hard, y'all. It's so hard for me to believe this shit. And at least somebody got some common sense. He a lawyer. He deal with these cases all the time. So he done seen it time and time again in court. Going through discovery, get your text messages, get your emails, get all that shit he was talking about earlier. He done experienced it. So he can call a spade. All this shit happened in the beginning. So now you saw the signs in the beginning. Red flag just waving this flag. You got a 2-year relationship with the guy? Come on now. You really want us to believe that? Either you lying or you really stupid. Which one you want to pick? And I know some ladies in this situation will say they stupid, but I don't believe. I think women are very calculated in the things they do. I don't believe women are stupid. Some of them, yeah, look, you got some stupid chicks out here just like you got some stupid dudes out here. But women most of the time are calculated in these relationships. They know what the hell they doing, man. They ain't dumb like that. Hurricane says she come to his house to get banged. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what was happening. But either way, though, I'm gonna let him keep going. He preaching.
The very first night it was terrible. There must have been something money into it for you. Money. When plaintiff arrived at his house, Shannon opened the door to his Beverly Glen mansion without a word. No greeting, no acknowledgement, no small talk. What a Casanova he is. Without so much as looking at plaintiff, he simply turned away from her after opening the door and walked upstairs. Plaintiff hesitated but followed. Blah, blah, fucking blah. First claim for relief.
Hey, look, I'll be honest with y'all. Look, if that actually happened, because I can actually see that happening, he told her to probably be over there like 7 o'clock and she showed up at 12. He's probably like, I ain't even, he's gonna get this over, man. Let's gonna go to the bedroom. Fuck, got me up all night. I gotta get up for first take. You know, I gotta go in there with my boy. No, I can't say Skip no more. He ain't with Skip no more. He was Stephen A. Fading hairline. Can't stand that dude. Hurricane said they are stupid with their calculations. It really don't make no sense. Dude, like you go to a dude's house the first time and he just walk off. Man, come on now. And you, I guess I need to follow him. Like, what's going with y'all? Like, I just don't get why somebody would portray themselves in that light like that. But I'm a dude, so we ain't supposed to ever portray ourselves in no weakness. But this shit right here is like, lady, you portraying yourself to be a straight up dummy if this shit is true. Just saying. But either way, though.
Relief. Assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. Second claim, intentional infliction of emotional distress. And those are the only 2 claims, basically. And she's asking for general damages in excess of $10 million. Special damages in excess of $10 million. Punitive damages in excess of $20 million. Statutory penalties in a sum in excess of $10 million. Special damages are damages you get for medical expenses and wage loss and that kind of thing. And I guarantee you, she's not entitled to even $5 million or $1 million of that kind of damages. General damages, how much is it worth? I don't know. I mean, I had a guy that was burned 40% of his body, and I got him $35 million. Is she worth, having to have sex with a pro football player and being abused like this? If it's true, is that worth $50 million? That'll be up to a jury. So there's two allegations here. Now, summer 2024.
Hey, y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think if everything in this, whatever they call this shit, I wanted to say affidavit, but it ain't an affidavit, in their claim, do y'all think it's worth $50 million? If it all is true, like if what she said in this is actually true from what he read, do you think it's worth $50 million? I want to know. Y'all let me know, because that's a big number.
4. The relationship becomes fearful and non-consensual. So let me read this to you. Shannon's aggression.
Hold on. No, he didn't say 2024. Oh, Lord. Y'all, it says the summer of 2024. Now, remember the timeline that we're dealing with right now. Supposedly, this man raped her in 2023 in October twice, then raped her again in January of 2024. We're all the way to the summer of 2024, and she's talking about in this relationship. The relationship becomes, what does it say? The relationship becomes fearful and non-consensual. So this guy done raped you 3 times, and you still messing with him. Man, come on now. You gotta be a special kind of stupid. Look, if this is true, but I'm gonna use. Look, y'all all watch Austin Powers. I'm gonna tell you what I truly think.
Right.
Don't make no damn sense. Hurricane said, nope, it's worth $40. I don't even think it's worth $40 right now. I'm really irritated with hearing this complaint. But either way, though, let's keep going.
Unconsensual. So let me read this to you. Shannon's aggression and rage continued to escalate to the point that plaintiff's friends began to fear for her safety. For example, when plaintiff was with her friends, they could hear Sharpe yelling at her over the phone and would ask her if she was safe and if she was okay. Here's the thing. If you're 26 and dating a 56-year-old, those are like 3 generations apart, honestly. So you hanging out with 20-year-olds is different than a guy that's been through the NFL. How many women do you think he's gone through in his NFL career? Women throw themselves at these guys because they have money and status, and they want to go in the booth. They want to be around the team. They want to be around that money, all that money. And what football player? Most of them do their work, and that's what they call it, women. They call it work. NBA players do it. All these guys, not all of them. Some of them have normal families, but it's not uncommon for these guys to have multiple. I mean, look at Adrian Peterson. He's got 3,000 children by 4,000 women. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If this happened in the summer of 2024, it's not until a month later that the supposed assault happens. So in the summer of 2024, plaintiff and Sharpe each moved to Las Vegas for their own reasons. Sharpe, why do you think she moved? She moved because he did. Sharpe liked to say that the plaintiff followed him to Vegas, but that too is a lie. Once in Vegas, Sharpe again insisted the plaintiff sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. She refused, and again he persisted. But after enough resistance, he let it go and continued seeing her multiple times a week. His behavior did not change. He remained erratic, controlling, and verbally abusive, all while telling plaintiff that he was committed to a sexually exclusive relationship with her. BS, I don't buy that for a minute. So then in September 2024, Sharpe humiliated plaintiff. He live streamed himself having sex with another woman on Instagram for over 1.1 million followers to see. Why would you do that? I think he did that. He said he did it by mistake. He later made jest of the incident on a podcast.
I said, I just got to tell him the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bull-jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk. Hey, Joe. See, I know, man. I'll be lying. Okay, lying.
Come on, man.
He sparks hard, Joe. And I hit one early this morning.
Come
but
on,
in all sincerity, I'm extremely embarrassed that a very, very private, intimate situation, the audio can be heard. and I'm extremely disappointed in myself. 5 minutes before I came on, phone rings. It's Cat Williams. So I said, yeah, bro, what's up? The first thing out of his mouth, guess what he said, Ocho?
Wow.
You ain't gay today?
But for plaintiff, it was any.
Let's pause right there for a second. I think we all can truly say that Shannon did that on purpose because he was fighting these Shannon's gay allegations. He was getting a whole lot of Shannon's gay allegations, so he did that. Now, obviously, we can tell that girl was pissed off about it because from whatever conversations they were having between each other, she felt, or in her mind, or he told her that they were in a 1v1 relationship. Whether Shannon was just playing in there doing that junk, or he really had a woman in there, she saw it. Woman scorn, possibly? It could seem like something like that, but it's crazy to me that some people get with guys like that and don't think that that's a very high possibility that might happen. You don't think other women trying to get that too? And a lot of ladies sit around and tell dudes that they need to turn down every opportunity that come to them. I'm like, if y'all not married, man, look, man, just be real, bro. Like, y'all ladies be getting around nowadays. Y'all, and the sad part, I ain't gonna say nowadays, because ladies that before y'all used to get around, that's where y'all got it from. Y'all learned from y'all mamas and y'all grandmamas how to get around. So, look, you just keeping up with the status quo. The only difference is we got smartphones and people actually are not ashamed to say how much of a whore they are nowadays. That's the big difference. But once again, this lady playing stupid. Hurricane said facts again. I need to find a clip say facts. But nah, man, she playing stupid. But let's continue.
Anything but funny. He had repeatedly assured her that they were in an exclusive relationship, albeit unhealthy and abusive.
Okay, yeah, he lied to her.
Are you the first? Is this the first time a guy ever lied to a woman? He lied to me. I thought I was the only one. You're 26. He's 56. He's been in the NFL. He's built like a brick fucking shithouse. Women would pay money to lick his balls. I mean, give me a fucking break. At that point, plaintiff began to pull away from Sharpe. She stopped answering his phone calls and stopped telling him where she was when he would demand it. Why not just move back to where you were? Or why not just break it off with him? Why don't you just say, I would like to break up with you? Plaintiff's feeble attempts at freedom and independence further upset Sharpe. He began flooding her phone with calls, demanding to know where she was. He called relentlessly multiple times per hour. The harassment became so unbearable, plaintiff frequently began leaving Nevada, determined to cut off communication, resist his efforts to control her, and attempt to reclaim some control of her life. It took courage for plaintiff to make this effort. She remained terrified, even though she was thousands of miles away. Why not just change your fucking phone number? So if he's blowing up your phone, then you should have phone records, right? And if that's the case, that's the case. But I guarantee you're going to have something to back up your bullshit. So, and then the last.
The thing about the first part, this is something that I don't get, that a lot of people be tripping me out on, because it's one of my quick things to do when I got certain people calling me that I don't want calling me. I gave my number away, the relationship or whatever has dissolved, whatever you want to use. And they keep blowing my phone up. You can block people, but then they call you from different numbers. And I've had serial people do that shit before. Let's change my number. It don't cost you a dime. Don't cost you a dime. Yeah, you might have to go through the process of giving everybody that you want to have your number, your new number. But would you rather do that or constantly keep getting a phone call from somebody you don't want calling you, especially from some unknown numbers and just random text me now numbers? No. Hell to the no. Change your damn number. And I forgot the WhatsApps too. They can call you on WhatsApp. Just change the number, man. Like, and I'm glad he said that. You ain't think about changing your fucking number. Just call your phone company and they'll do it for free right then. It's like, what do you? Nah, man. I'm not really buying it. And he called it bullshit. I think it's bullshit too. But either way, though, let's keep going.
This one, I'm gonna make it so no man will want you again. In October 6, 2024. Wait, all this other stuff, how bad he was in September? How did you even come to see him again? Oh, you must have had a change of heart. Plaintiff was
Think about it, y'all. We all the way in October now. Remember, this shit all began in 2023. Remember, it happened. It started being red flaggish the first time she went over to his house. She was so intimidated of him at the gym, seeing that he's watching her. She was creeped out, but she gave the man her number. Then she went to his house, and she said it was weird then. Felt really awkward. I gave him that pussy, though. And then, it's this makes some sense to some other folks, but it damn sure don't make no sense to me. It's not passing the smell test, y'all. It's not passing it.
I was working out at a Nevada gym. I thought you were thousands of miles away. Anyway, following her unusual routine.
Got her again in a complaint. You left. You 1,000 miles away, but you back in the Nevada gym? Okay.
Her usual routine. As she worked out, she saw Sharpe aggressively approaching her. She could tell by his look and by the way he was moving quickly towards her that he was furious for having been ignored. As soon as he got close, he told her, "Sit the fuck down, or I'm going to kill you." You're going to kill her right in a fucking gym? I don't think so. Plaintiff refused. "I don't want to talk to you. You cheated on me." His response was dismissive and controlling as usual. "You don't have a choice." Sharpe demanded that they talk in private. Plaintiff told him no. She made it clear that she did not want to talk to him, be alone with him, or want him coming to her home. So why not get a restraining order? You know, why not move gyms? I'm not saying it's your job if you're being treated like this. I'm not saying it's your job to extricate yourself from him, but you need to protect yourself. You know, there's a thing in civil law called mitigation. You know, did you do anything to mitigate the damages? And I'm victim blaming here. I know I am, but I'm trying to show you the position that Shannon Sharpe is going to come at her with.
And look, no bullshit. Like, even if somebody wants to call that victim blaming, for all the fathers that are out here that have daughters, for all the fathers and mothers out here that have sons, you care about your kids. And even when they're getting treated wrong, you try to teach them how to avoid those situations so they don't have to deal with it anymore. You try to teach them ways to mitigate problems. But people will call that victim blaming when something bad happens to them. Yeah, look, we're going to address the issue of something bad happening to you, but we also going to have a conversation with you so this doesn't happen again. Because obviously you can do something on your part. Yeah, obviously this person's a problem, but you can also do something on your part to make sure it never happens again. We're going to handle them. That's not victim blaming. But people want to call that crap victim blaming. Nah, you need to be smart as an adult if these things are happening to you constantly. That's when people say they're in bad relationships at one after another. I'm like, okay, what the hell are you doing? So look, these people can all be bad. I'm cool with that. All these people can be bad. But what are you doing to avoid running across these bad people again? We got to talk about how you can change your behavior. But people can't hear, people don't like to hear the truth, man. They don't want to change what they're doing. They just want the world to change. And it's not going to happen.
Sharpe demanded that they talk in private. Again, plaintiff told him no. She made it clear she did not want to talk to him, be alone with him, or want to come into her home. But Sharpe didn't care. He never took no for an answer. He forced her to, under threat, to get into his car and go to her house. Once Sharpe was inside her apartment, plaintiff tried to keep... See, there's going to be footage, I'm sure, of some of this. To keep the conversation in the living room, but Sharpe refused. He demanded they go to the bedroom. She said no. He didn't listen, nor did he care. Once inside the bedroom, Sharpe grabbed her from behind and forcibly positioned her to perform oral sex. He then held her in place and then forced her to begin performing. He even became angrier and said, "You've disrespected me so much. I'm going to punish this asshole. I'm going to make it so that no man will ever want you again." That's all I'm going to read about that. I mean, this complaint is online. Somehow it happened.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be a no for me, Simon. Like, real shit, lady. Like, come on, man. So he forced you out of the gym under threat. You telling me you're a white woman in America, and you telling me in this big, tall, strong black man behind you, you ain't think about running and screaming, "He's trying to kill me." You ain't think about doing none of that. Like, everybody wouldn't go white knight and tackle this motherfucker. Like, somebody probably had a gun in there and would have shot him. Like, come on with this nonsense. Then you got in the car and went back to your house. You went to your apartment. He forced you to go to your apartment. Get out of here, bro. I don't believe it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna let him keep going, but I don't believe it, man. Like, nah, come on now.
happens in January too, and somehow he gets into her apartment and assaults her again. So one would have to get all the text messages between them to get to some semblance of the truth of this. Now, if she's ignoring him, and then you would have all these text messages from him, right? So you'd want to get his phone. And if he's deleted these communications, a jury can make an adverse inference against him for that. Now, in fairness to Jane Doe, notice I took Mr. Sharpe's side on the front end of this. Now we're going to take her side a little bit. Football players are babied, okay? NFL players are they're idolized, they're babied, they get what they want, they have money, they don't know the word no typically. You know, some guys are gentle giants and some guys are possessive assholes. Remember O.J. Simpson? Remember? I mean, she tried to get away from him and look where she wound up. So that's not lost on a lot of people. And when you get into an aggressive, abusive relationship, it's hard to leave it. It's absolutely hard. Now, what do I see as a criminal defense lawyer? I see these guys. I fucking hate abusers. I just fucking can't stand them. Why do I not? Because guys that put their hands on women are generally no fucking good. They don't listen to you. They are cheap as hell. Nothing is ever their fault. And they don't really participate in their defense by having intelligence. They sit there and they know everything. So you get a guy like Shannon Sharpe. Who's that? Yeah, tell her to call back. So what was I saying? So you get a guy like Shannon Sharpe who's a Hall of Famer. So everybody fucking loves him. And everybody loved OJ. I'm not saying that they're the same people, okay? Everybody loved OJ. And he was one person to Hertz rent-a-car. Remember? You probably don't. Most of you are so fucking young that you don't remember his commercials. But he used to run through the airport and go, OJ, go, you know?
Nobody does it better than Hertz. Nobody does it better.
And he had these endorsements. And he had movie deals and stuff. You think he was the same way with Nicole that he was with the executives from Hertz? No. Oh, I met OJ. And I'm sure these guys, you know, around the smoke-filled room, you know, having their 30-year-old scotch, and would say, oh, you met OJ? Yeah, nicest guy in the world. But behind closed doors, who was he? He was a fucking monster. I mean, we saw the black and blue marks on her. We saw what happened to her, you know, and it's just tragic. And that can happen. That guys can be one way in public. And, you know, on Club Shay Shay, you can be Shannon Sharpe. And on the other hand, you can be this monster behind the scenes. We don't know what the truth is here. The truth will. Now, here's the other thing. I don't have the answer to the complaint because it hasn't been filed yet. But I can guarantee you it's going to give you a totally different version of events. She demanded this. She demanded that. She wanted money. She wanted, you know, he was leaving to Las Vegas and she demanded that she demanded that he pay for her apartment, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of counter allegations in the answer to the complaint. So here's what happens. So you have this complaint that's now been filed. Now it's a matter of public record. I just read you most of it. And then you're going to have it now within a certain period, usually 20 days or so. They'll have to answer that, right? So they'll answer that. And then once they answer that, guess what happens? They start discovery. And discovery in civil is not like criminal. Criminal, it's like, I got my reports. I'll give it to you. You give me your reports. I'll give it to me. Let's go try our fucking case. No. They have like miniature trials. You get to depose the witnesses. So Jane Doe will be deposed. Shannon Sharpe will be deposed. If there's any medical testimony, doctors will be deposed. You get to ask for written questions. You get to subpoena documents. You get to do requests for admissions. It's a whole process that's very, very arduous. But by the time you get to trial, you get a body of evidence and you know what's going on. Now remember, the civil standard is far different than the criminal standard. So what does Jane Doe have to prove? She just has to prove that it's slightly more true than not true. Do you kind of believe me or do you kind of believe him? And it's very, very difficult to fight these allegations. And why is it difficult? It's difficult because the jury always wants to protect somebody. And the only thing she can get is money. Now, if this is forwarded on to the cops, which I don't know why it hasn't been, And maybe it has been and they declined it. That's a possibility too. But everything in here is criminal, and the guidelines or the sentencing for something like this is through the fucking roof. You go to prison for at least 12 to 15 years on a mandatory minimum, depending upon your state and the different laws. We will keep an eye on Club Shay Shay as this woman tries to extract $50 million. And does she have a motive? Yeah, she does. She's got 50 million reasons why she wants to go after it. So should she be suspect? Absolutely. Every allegation that you make against somebody has got to withstand scrutiny. Do we believe everybody the first time they tell something? No, you shouldn't. And this whole business of Me Too and you believe women, that's all well and good for advocates. I applaud you for supporting those who are victims of sexual assault. Absolutely. Are you a necessary part of the system? Absolutely you are. Are there women who are telling the truth? And maybe she is too. But for her to get to where she wants to go, she's going to have to go through the discovery process and vet her story. It's got to withstand scrutiny, and it won't be pretty. And these lawyers will go after her fucking hard. They'll go after her background. They'll go after her friends, her family. They'll do whatever they have to do to try to protect Shannon Sharpe and destroy her credibility. That's what a good lawyer would do. And you know what? They'll do the same to Shannon Sharpe. They'll probably try to, Harvey Weinstein's going to trial. Guess what they're bringing in there? All kinds of other people who have done this or that he did this or that to. So that's what they do. And they're going to go into Shannon Sharpe's background. That's just our little update on a salacious complaint leveled by James.
Yeah, but it's gonna get nasty, and I don't think he mentioned the part because this video was filmed a couple days ago. But it's come out that Shannon Sharpe's own lawyer even said that actually it was 10 hours ago. It was like yesterday. Hold up. Yeah, it was 10 hours ago on this video. Shannon Sharpe's lawyer came out, and it's public knowledge now that Shannon was trying to get this hushed away and shit by offering her $10 million. And she didn't take the $10 million. Now, some people will say, well, if he did all this, well, why would you offer $10 million if you didn't do it? Well, probably mainly because of what's going on right now. The allegations are all out there, and he already he had to step away. That's what they want to say, step away from ESPN. Maybe he's trying to avoid that. He was brokering $100 million podcast deal. Maybe that played a part in it too. Don't want this shit out in the public, especially if it ain't true, because in today's society, even if the person isn't guilty of it, the court of public opinion will hem you up, and other people will react to it real fast, especially if it's a black man and a white woman. We can't sit around and act like we're dumb and we don't know how our society in America works, how the world works as a whole when it comes to the people that are in it. Dude was trying to avoid that. I can understand that, but maybe he tried to offer the $10 million because he actually did do some of the shit. We don't know. I do know one thing personally. I don't believe her, but I will say this, because you got to be fair across the board. If Shannon Sharpe did do any of this, he should go to jail for it. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. If he did any of the crap in there, if he did all that crap in there that she said he did to her, especially the great part, he deserves to be in prison. Straight up. And I don't want nobody to come around and say, oh, you're defending this nonsense. No, I'm not defending shit. Because I just said it right there, and I hope people remember that and don't act like it never came out of my mouth. If he did it, he deserved to go to jail. But she's going to have to prove that in court. Just like he's going to have to defend himself in court. And I really think it's kind of suspicious that all this is coming out around a certain time when this man's about to come into a $100 million deal. I think it's also very suspicious that a person offered you $10 million and you didn't want to take it, but you're demanding 50 now. I think it's also very suspicious that you kept going back to this guy after he supposedly did all these egregious things to you. I also think it's very suspicious that you didn't run to the police. That's the big one, y'all. You didn't run to the police and file a police report to get him locked up. You ran to Tony Bugsby that just tried to take down Jay-Z, that helped get Diddy. This guy that seems to always want to take down black people, black men that are in positions of power. Like, I think it's very suspicious that you did that. And that's it's always gonna be some fault in my head. It's always gonna be a little doubt. Like, baby girl, I ain't trying to be mean to you, but too many of y'all chicks out here know that y'all can just cry wolf, especially y'all white women know y'all can cry wolf, and everybody gonna come to your rescue like a white knight and automatically demonize somebody, especially if they happen to have a certain type of skin tone on their body. It's America. This is America, y'all. And Hurricane said, "Get him." And look, I hope they hear my. I hope that she lying. I hope that she lying, and I hope they hem her ass up. But there was also some messy information that came out. Now, this is a rumor as of now, but there was some messy information that came out that might shine a little bit of light on how this all got started, y'all. Y'all know Shaquille O'Neal? Y'all know him? Check it out.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Okay. So in today's video, guys, we got to talk about Shannon Sharpe being warned by Cat Williams and Monique. Remember, we covered the Cat Williams interview on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, we gonna skip
and we
this
also
part. I don't
covered
care.
Monique's interview as well.
I don't really care about him getting warned by Monique and shit. That ain't really important to me. Yeah, people warned them. It is what it is. People gonna do what they want to do. Obviously. Either way, though.
So that's Monique and Cat Williams giving Shannon Sharpe the warning, you know, to stay away from white women. And I think they were really trying to give him that stern warning because he allowed them to come on his platform and speak freely. And so, you know, they like, yo, hey, we kind of know what you got going on and what you be doing privately, because all of these celebrities know each other's business in some way, somehow, in my opinion, right? So they tried to give Shannon Sharpe the warning, and we got to keep in mind what else is coming out. Like I said, guys, there's more details coming out, more videos and everything else is getting leaked. And DJ Academics, he had reacted to my video I did a while ago covering Shannon Sharpe and Shaq's beef. Academics was reacting to it live on his platform, and Academics had exposed that Shaq took that beef real serious, man. Remember in that video, it was all because Shannon Sharpe said that Shaq should have been more successful as far as having more rings, called Shaq lazy. Shannon Sharpe had went off, and then Shaq responded on Instagram saying he got more money than Shannon Sharpe. He called Shannon Sharpe sweet and pretty much was saying that Unc is down low, and Shaq had went off in that viral post. And yeah, guys, DJ Academics was reacting to that video I had put out, and Academics revealed that there's a clip going around of Matt Barnes exposing that Shaq put a bounty on Shannon Sharpe's head as far as to find more information about Shannon Sharpe that he could expose. But behind the scenes, people knew that Shaq had this large amount of money for people to go after Shannon Sharpe and find out if they could dig up some information or dirt on Shannon Sharpe. Maybe Shaq set the OnlyFans play up because we know Shaq be involved in that type of stuff too. Remember what Jess Hilarious said when she had visited Shaq's house? Shaq had 2 white women in his house.
Quick random observation. I'm at Shaq's house yesterday, right?
Yo.
And
4 white women.
Yo, this man is living like Neo. He got 4 white big booties, and then like one is in the kitchen cleaning, the other one is in the basement. The like
Shaq,
4.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, I mean I don't know another Shaq. I couldn't believe
getting there,
it.
sir.
4 white women.
So you know Shaq is one of those guys. Be involved in that OnlyFans world too, allegedly. So let's check out this clip of Academics saying, exposing what Matt Barnes said about Shaq paying top dollar to get information on Shannon Sharpe.
The mere fact he's so petty, it's either he got too much money or there's some other issue going on. I don't really care to know. But when it came to the Shannon Sharpe shit, I was like, I thought it was just me, because I know rappers don't like me for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? But with the Shannon Sharpe shit, I'm like, wait, Shannon just disagreed with you and kind of like calls you a hater. How do you hate him that much? Because he went off on this tirade. This is what Shannon's about to read. It up. So again, like, I remember when Shaq was talking so crazy, I'm like, what the fuck? So after I had to do a whole deep digging into Shaq's history, because even when I was talking to Gilly, Gilly was like, yo, Ak, I'm gonna be honest with you. Shaq tapped in with the streets. I'm like, bro, we're talking about Superman, the nigga who like fucking is the big goofball at the NBA All-Star games, like dribbling like crazy, and we laugh at him and we love him. And they're like, no, he's tapped in. And I'm like, what? But I went into all his history. Shaq think he a street nigga. Hold on, we already just played the audio. Let me play the audio again. Like, Matt Barnes runs the whole podcast. Why the hell Matt Barnes sounded like he's Lil Woody on the phone? Why are you saying this?
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on our boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around. So, just want to put that out there. Staying quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please keep his name quiet.
So anyway, I just had to.
Shaq did that shit, and if that shit's true, that's a conversation that we gonna have in a second. And Matt Barnes, we're gonna talk about you too. But we got Miss Jackson up in the building. What it do?
What's good, fam? Glad to come on another night.
Shit, what the Shannon Sharpe situation? You done pretty much heard most of it.
Right.
I know we way ahead before they do their little court thing if they even get there, because it could be settled. But from the claims that she made in the thing, do you believe her or you think she lying? Do you believe her or you think she trying to get some money?
I think it's a combination. Hey, just starting off the whole, scenario. First of all, we got to keep in mind that this comes with the territory. It's a part of the lifestyle. When you get into entertainment or celebrity profile, and you look at the best NBA players from LeBron James, go way back to Lamar Odom, and of course we know about Diddy and what he got going on, R. Kelly, and the list goes on. That it comes along with the territory. Even going back to Kobe Bryant, back in the day when he had his little situationship. So my thing is, when you got the money, you got the position, and you got the power, you can buy what you want. You can do you can have your way. And like you said, grown folks gonna do what they choose to do, what they want to do. Now, I believe it's a lot of parts missing in the situation. It's a lot of things that just that's left out. That eventually, when they come in the full circle, we'll see what's really going on. Because I think, from what I'm seeing, I think that she got mad about something. Maybe he didn't pay her like the agreement was, or maybe he got a little too extra crazy for her in the bedroom. But something happened that the reason she chose to flip the script on him. That's my opinion. And for example, she gave those two stories about the time she was with him and she asked him to put a condom on, and he hit her ass raw in the rectum. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what went down to make her flip the script. I mean, because I heard some wild shit to the point they said he was having these bitches passing gas and shitting on themselves and all kinds of stuff, So something went down, something popped off that we don't know nothing about. It ain't came out yet. The reason that she's flipping the script. So I say something in the milk ain't clean, but do I personally believe he did the main point allegation? Yeah, I believe he hit her ass raw when she asked him not to. But there's other scenarios to the story that don't add up. So that's just kind of where I'm at. I mean, he got 24 other damn allegations on him. So this ain't nothing new. This is what he do. And on this note, with this girl in particular, he just got caught up.
I ain't gonna hold you, because I wanted to get your opinion on it. See, Hurricane said he gave her the black snake moan treatment. All right, and shout out to Rob in the bed. He said Shaq spent that bag. And Hurricane also said the white girl realized once you go black, you gonna need a wheelchair and a type. All right, I'm sorry for laughing. That shit funny to me. Let's finish out what it is with Shaq, because supposedly Shaq done put a hit out on Shannon to get some information and shit. But let's finish it.
Put that out because all that little lovable Shaq shit is like, I'm telling you, it's all cap. Like nigga talk like he's a Big U descendant, except Big U broke. compared to him. Like, he's rich. You know what I mean? Shaq ain't gonna bust a grape and fruit fight, but he'll pay for niggas to get you hemmed up, beat up, shot, stabbed, killed. And the funny thing, I'm like, nigga, you know, this could be an open air. Like, Shaq, nobody's impervious. It don't matter how long you live on this earth, my nigga. They'll get you at some point. Like, just calm it down.
Okay. So yeah, guys, this stuff is still continuing to unfold. It's getting messier and messier by the day, man. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinion and thoughts about it.
So now Shaq is getting implemented into this as possibly putting out a hit. Now I will say this. If Shaq is implemented in this and help orchestrate this setup of Shannon, you a bitch ass nigga. I'm just gonna say it like that straight up. You a bitch ass nigga, man. Like, you a grown ass man. And if you had an issue with the guy, and I heard what Shannon said about Shaq, and he didn't say nothing that Shaq didn't say about himself. But I guess it was an issue that Shannon said it about his career and shit, and how he could have truly been better if he wasn't lazy and shit. And now I think everybody knows that. Shaq knows that. But because Shannon said it, you want to go to war with this guy? And then also, sneaky ass, slimy ass, light-skinned ass Matt Barnes. Shannon supposed to be your boy. Y'all supposed to be cool with him. You ain't give him no heads up. We getting leaked videos of you spreading the word to other folks talking about if you on that type of time or not. Like, I thought Shannon was your boy.
But I'm a little thrown. Like, what the hell Shaq got to do with it? How he taking it so personal? He talking about putting out a hit on him. You know what I'm saying? Putting out a hit on this nigga. Like, what's up with all that? Like, did he know old girl? Was he with old girl? Like, why you taking it so personal?
And look, you can see some type of connections, even though I don't think Shaq got the girl to start messing with Shannon, but Shaq like messing with them only friend girls too. And that girl, for a living, that's all she do. She go over there and get her butt messed up on only friends.
That's what I'm saying. Shaq acting like he fooling around with the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, he in his feeling some type of way.
They keep trying to make it seem maybe he did mess with her before. I don't know. They keep trying to make it seem like the beef is just because of what Shannon said. But look, it could be deep like that. He could have possibly wanted to get her. Mm-hmm. And she running all up behind Shannon. Could be. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But I know it's messy. But we got Big Bad for Life in the building. What it do, sir? Give me your thoughts.
What up, though, y'all? It's the deal. Look, man, my only issue with this situation is that I think people, they find a different reason to distract people, like what's the real issue is. And the real issue is that Shannon Sharpe is the victim here. Now people will have their opinions about, well, what he's doing with a 19, 20-year-old, all this other shit, right? You know, and look, I feel like, you know, this is just me. I feel like when you do get a certain age, look, it's a certain age, you know, I won't go too low. But that's not the point, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, Shannon Sharpe ain't do nothing wrong, bro. He didn't do nothing. No, he didn't do nothing different from any other man, especially a man in his position, bro. And then all he want at the end of the day, the nigga was just getting some pussy, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had the opportunity. He financed. He went and got some service. Now, I don't know what he did, what changed, where the girl feel like she need to say something. No, I don't have no sympathy for females like that, because you know what? The fact that you, like you said earlier, you're not trying to send them to jail. It's like, oh, you full of shit. Because if he really did something to you that crazy, why not try to put him in jail? Why put him in a position where he can hurt other females then? You know? So I have no, like, people need to stop with these excuses like, oh, he need to take responsibility. But don't forget what's the real issue. Shannon Sharpe is the victim here. He didn't break no laws at the end of the day. You know? So that's how I feel about it. With the Shaq shit, I mean, I hope Shaq ain't no bitch ass nigga like that. I mean, so I heard that audio the other day too, Mike Barnes. I mean, I mean, hopefully that could have been anything, but I mean, I can't help but it do sound funny as hell. I just hope that ain't the case with Shannon. Cause I'm pretty sure shit, the nigga, he just as rich, but maybe richer than Shannon Sharpe. So I'm pretty sure he done probably something just like Shannon Sharpe, or maybe worse. Ain't no telling with these celebrities nowadays. I don't take nothing for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially you in a different percentile when it comes to money. Shit, I don't take nothing away from none of these niggas.
Look, Jackson said it earlier. He said when people got money, you can buy what you want.
Buy what you want.
And there's a lot of people out here that are willing to do some shit for some money. Like I saw some of the text messages. I'm hearing the audio. I'm like, look, and reading, like listening to the claims that she made and the timeline and everything, it makes it hard for me to believe what she's saying. And I'm always gonna revert back to that point again about, look, you really care about other women, and you really care about getting bad men off the street. Like, you would have went to the police first. But I can also understand Ms. Jackson, what she's saying too about, look, man, when you in that position, you got that type of money throw around, man. Some of these dudes be on some whole ass shit. I've never got that impression from Shannon, but I don't know the nigga. I don't know the nigga. When the lawyer said it, they could be one way in the public eye and another way behind closed doors. I know a lot of people like that. So,
well, me and you talked about this before. Like, we don't get attached. To me, I had to learn that. Try to get too attached to celebrities where if they make the wrong decision, like, it don't affect me how I feel about them as a fan. You know, I mean, some people don't like to say that, but like you said, we don't know these people, bro. They don't even know, these people don't even know we exist, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like why do I have to put this energy and time, like, get mad at somebody I never met? You know, a prime example, people mad that I still like R. Kelly. Nigga, I ain't got shit to do with this shit. The man at the end of the day,
music.
that nigga is I'ma still say the king of R&B. Well, how can you say you got daughters? Nigga, my daughters, nigga. So, nigga, whenever that time, if my daughter's in a situation like that, nigga, I'ma handle it how I'ma handle it, nigga. But not in the day, nigga, I don't know how, I have no control with how this man live his life, bro. And especially a nigga like me believe that a nigga like R. Kelly, you just can't just touch this nigga when you want. It's a middleman somewhere, middle woman somewhere. You never know. I'm sorry to get out of the topic, but I just had to get that example. Like, stop being attached to these celebrities like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a lot of people that do that celebrity worshiping. But hey, we got Marcus in the building. Marcus, what it do? Go ahead and let me know what you think, man. Go on. I'm getting everybody's opinion tonight.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Shout out to y'all.
Living the dream, man.
That's right. Yeah, I just came back because of this whole Shannon Sharpe type thing. It's crazy how the domino effect of this, you know, snowball of all of a sudden a whole bunch of people trying to come at him. It's just, when you hear the fact that this woman has already done this before in 3 separate other cases as a whole so-called smear campaign, and, you know, settling out of court to make more money, it's just convenient that she does it again when Shannon Sharpe is about to get a $100 million deal. So the evidence is out there. Like, a lot of the stuff that's against this chick is public knowledge. So I'm not gonna say we believe all women. I can't. Same way a guy is innocent to proven guilty, you got to prove your case why you think that person is guilty. For whatever allegations, you get to face your accuser in this country, and she's gonna have to be on that stand to further proof more what she said, how she was saying it. And even, you know, Shannon shouldn't have pursued her. He didn't have to. If she didn't want to sign the NDA, he should have just cut ties there with that chick, because there's plenty of chicks in the sea as well, to be fair. But ain't no way I'm going to see a chick that pretends to be a victim and then all of a sudden she has a consent to have an OnlyFans account. She knows who she hangs out with in Hollywood. And people are going to recognize Shannon Sharpe for who he is when he goes to a public gym, which is why I think certain celebrities don't go to public gyms. They just probably work out at their house and stuff like that, which he also does too. But that don't mean the guy can't live. He's still a human. He can still go out and do what he wants, just consensually, of course. Yeah, I think just it's unfortunate. And then they were trying to bring up the past. He had an issue or controversy in 2012 where he had an incident at CBS or some shit like that. But that was already handled and settled. And nothing came up after that. Yeah, man. Other than that, I got nothing much more to say. Just be smart, be vigilant with who you're dealing, because everybody wants to have a come up. Everyone wants to get a check.
Oh yeah, man. Especially when you're rich and powerful. Jackson, anything on that? Anything on either what Big Back Marcus said?
But yeah, from what I gather, the lady is claiming that they was involved, and even though she had been with him various times prior, that in this one incident, actually it was two, where she said no, or maybe three, because her reason was he would not put a condom on like she asked him to. So she's saying, and legally the definition, that's how it comes up to. She's saying the allegations is grape. He raped her or essayed her. Now, legally, on a legal aspect, you could be in a relationship with someone, you could be married to someone, you can have been involved with them various times. But if one time you ask them not to, or you say no, and they force themselves on you, that's still the legal definition of rape. So that's, from what I'm gathering, is the level that the young girl is coming from. Also, her motive is all about $1. He offered $10 million to settle it. So I feel like the fact that she shut that down, then it's bigger than money, on the flip side. And I've heard about his various allegations. He got, 24 lawsuits. His various lawsuits, 24 to be exact, prior. I never heard about a girl having a history of falsely accusing somebody like this before.
But shit, I'll say the reason why she took it down, because she felt like it ain't enough. She's a well-paid whore.
Yeah, because she's done it before with similar lawyers too.
The fact that you got OnlyFans, I would say you have some type of business sense, and I'm pretty sure she has sold her body some other ways before. So, hey, she's, as a business person, one thing I learned, you never take the first offer. The hell?
And
she got a good lawyer on it.
And guess what? She got a good lawyer, so I know that lawyer looking for his cheese. Well, I don't know whoever the white man they talking about, he looking for his cheese. Nah, 10 mil ain't shit. Depending on where she stay too.
Because usually when you try to go for 50 and they deny 10, it's because they're trying to go for 30 or 25 maybe. So usually,
Yeah, just like Cassie. She put a number out there and they offer a number she could not refuse.
Yeah, and off the top, the old girl was like 25 for each cheek. So it sounded like she was getting paid. But, like I was saying earlier, I think is something missing. The reason why she flipped the script, or something popped off that we don't quite know about yet, and came to the light yet, that changed the whole game.
I think another thing. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Here, I'm just here. We got Hurricane in the building. Marcus, you go. Then I'm gonna go to Hurricane next.
Yeah, and it also goes back to what me and JBJ talked about before, and I brought it up, is she did not go to the cops first. She went to a lawyer. She didn't even try to go for that whole grape test that you usually have to if you're going to go for those allegations. And it's a civil court matter, not a criminal court matter. And that's where it gets a little even more botchy on that part.
Mm-hmm. Look, iffy. But here you go. We got Kane up in the building. Kane, man, you already know. Let him know. And I need your thoughts.
What's good? It's your man Hurricane. You can catch me at Hurricane JW and Hurricane JW2 on YouTube, Hurricane JW on Facebook, Hurricane.2029 on IG. And when I think about this shit, that bitch is tripping, and it's all about the money. Like, I think the lawyers came to that bitch like 10 million. That is not enough, bitch. I'm trying to be a millionaire. Bitch asked for 50. And plus, I think they did it too early. They should have waited till he got the $100 million deal and then do that $50 million shit.
That is a point right there. That is a point right there. Like, cause you got 10 offered to you. You're requesting 50. Why don't you do that after he signed the deal? So then you know that he's on the contract and you're gonna get that money. But now you possibly ruining the deal. But this is why I think this is an emotional thing.
Being a dumb hoe.
Look, like real shit. I really think. I know, Jackson. You say there's more to it. I think it's so simple. When he did that IG live shit, that's when shit hit the fan. She probably already knew that he was messing with other women and shit. She probably had it in the back of her mind. She already known for ignoring red flags. Remember when I said it earlier? She talking about the first time she met him, it was weird on some weird shit. I think she was trying to ignore, but then she saw that, and I bet money she told her friends that she was messing with Shannon Sharpe. So then they see Shannon Sharpe all over TV. He over here getting caught up, might get fired from ESPN because he having sex with Michelle on TV and shit. And then he laughing about it on Club Shay Shay, talking about I'm a healthy man. I bet money that's all it was. I don't think it takes a lot for a lot of ladies to snap. Like if they get a point and they get some information, I don't think it take a lot. I believe that's what it is. But we are gonna have more information coming out. But I would not be surprised if it was just because he embarrassed her in public, even though don't nobody know who the fuck she is. And all hell, look, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. They weren't lying when they said that shit.
Right, but Shannon Sharpe said he gonna choke that bitch when he see it on that motherfucking on that phone call. So I'm like, yo.
But that could have been capped too. We don't know how they was playing that off though. If you look at, you hear that
exactly, it could be all AI. It could be all AI generated. Nigga, like Dave Chappelle said, nigga, that piss was digital. Nigga, we don't know if that shit real.
But not just the AI shit. If you listen how the conversation. I mean,
it was long pauses and shit. It was like very awkward pauses and shit. Like what the fuck?
It felt like they talk like this on a regular.
Yeah, they were in. Look, they were in the role playing and stuff because
role playing.
Just like Miss Jackson said when it was all about the $25 for each cheek. There was some stuff in there. I want you to put that big black baby in me. I want you to put a dog collar around me and fuck the shit out of me. She was saying some weird shit, like some real dirty doggy shit. So
you remember that?
But not to cut you off, Jay, because I have to make your point right there. Like I guarantee she likes saying that shit because you know why? Because nigga, if you watch I'm about to tell myself. You watch these corns, white men and white girls and black men, they be on that shit.
Anyways.
See, that reverts back to what I was saying earlier. The reason why my opinion is something popped off because they was into that. Like you said, that's the level they was on. You know what I'm saying? She made her money. That's what she did for a living. And you know, he was in some controlled freak ass shit in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? They was in some kinky role playing freaked out shit. So this had been going on. You know, it's not nothing that just started and something changed that or something popped off for her to flip the script. Now, Jay, you saying, you know, it could have been about the live he did and she found out about, you know, he had other stuff going down, maybe the other lawsuits or whatever with other folks, but something changed that scenario. You see where I'm coming from?
Look, I agree. I believe it's something. She had a breaking point where she was like, fuck him. I want to burn down. I want to ruin his life.
Now, if I could
as much as I hate to interrupt this interruption, real quick. You remember that phone call they had when my bad, Rob, I just had to do that because you did it earlier. You remember that conversation they had when she was calling him and he's coming back to LA to visit or some shit, and she was like, you know, we're going out to dinner and then we're gonna go do something. I mean, I don't really feel like going to dinner. And then she kind of and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I just don't want you choking me. And then we go out. That was a huge setup right there. If that shit didn't smell like a setup, That shit was a so obvious setup.
Oh yeah, obvious setup.
That was an obvious
But he
fucking
a country
setup.
bumpkin. He don't see that shit. He's a country bumpkin.
Oh, but remember, Hurricane. He said, "What you mean?" He said, "What you mean?"
Like, what you mean?
Well, exactly. He said, and I read it too because my antennas went off like Spider-Man. Like I had a spidey sense was tingling. Like, okay, that shit was off, bro. Like something is wrong. I was like, he should have read that shit a long time ago. That's why I was like, Shannon, come on.
Right, but think about it. So the conversation, about it. The conversation they had on the phone, she recorded it. So that's a setup in itself. That she already had a game plan, or she was already in the mindset of trapping him, because what was the purpose of recording the conversation? And I think he just got a little too comfortable. The fact that you already got some other cases you fighting against, you're already spending out, man, you should have been on top of your A game. So that's what I said. Something popped off that ain't came to full circle yet, or to the forefront yet, that she already was in the mindset of, you know what I'm saying, getting the law involved.
Here we go again, CSI.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, because that's the only pushback. Even though to me it don't matter because he's still the victim. But I feel like if I could give him any type of pushback, but like, bro, you is too damn old for this shit. Like, you grandpa, nigga. You could at that age, nigga. You should have made it clear what she is about. Like, bitch, you little bitch, you not like that. I put some money in your, I put some money in your
she would have recorded that too.
In your pocket, all type of shit. I just need you to play your role. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Come over, get popped, get paid, and dip. That's it. I'll pay the smash. I'm paying you to leave.
You know, shit. And look, shit. And you know they is trying to freaky ass nigga. You saw the nigga how he was smashing Michelle, growling and shit. Yeah, he was.
Hey, but y'all know, on the low, that was supposed to be his assistant. Not Hollywood, but the other dude, I think Jordan. They said that was a whole little setup because he was starting to try to put out that he not zesty, but they say he really was with a dude. I mean, that was just word about the live recording.
I don't think he really cares, nigga, bro. I mean, honestly, if I'm rich, bro, maybe you shouldn't put money on everything, but man, I just feel like shit, nigga. If you reach the type of success you reach, bro, at the highest level, who give a fuck what people think, man?
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
I mean, you should.
Well, you got to remember too, though, Rob. You got to remember too. Like a lot of celebrities, they'll have the middleman look for them. You know, chicks that want to consensually come over, have a good time or party and stuff like that, and like they'll bring them to like a hotel or some spot. Like they'll always have like that agent or whoever just going to scout for chicks, you know, that be at the club or the bar or whatever, come through, and then boom.
But it's like it bothers me because people trying to make these excuses and like, oh, well, hey, you should have been doing, bro. Like, no, this ain't got shit to do with none of that shit y'all trying to bring up. People say, well, at his age, he should be settled down with somebody around. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Wait a minute. But Tracy Ellis Ross came out saying that she likes to date young dudes because, you know, so and so.
I will clap her cheeks. I will clap Tracy Ellis Ross.
I know you would.
On the wall.
Like that was the other point that I was gonna make, and I'm glad you said something about it, Marcus. And it shows the double standard that we have in society, because some of the criticisms, there was a girl that did a whole like TikTok video. I was gonna cover her, and I was like, man, I ain't worried about that hoe. But she did a whole thing trying to shame Shannon for messing with this girl, and they kept calling her 19. The girl's 26 years old now. When they first met, she was 19, but once again, that's legal. And she even covered that in her video. But I'm like, this happened in the same week that Tracy Ellis Ross sat down with Michelle Obama and talked about how she does not want no man her age. She wants them young boys. And women applauded her. They applauded her.
I'm a cougar tank.
But this motherfucker, Shannon, soon as you switch it over to Shannon, it's like that whole sentiment of, older person can date younger. No.
Goes out the fucking window.
And like, people need to understand it. That's why I'm like, some people are going to carry a sentiment going into this because he is an older guy messing with a younger girl. And I'm saying this is a lot of women that are going to carry this sentiment, and some dudes that he's automatically wrong. But flip the roles, y'all the same motherfuckers that's champion Tracy Ellis Ross. And she doing the same thing.
Remember who's that famous singer? Is it Cher or is it Celine Dion? She's dating a dude that's young as shit.
Cher
is a fucking succubus.
Hold on.
She's the queen of succubus. She's the queen of. She said she devoured me.
Baby daddy. She with Amber Rose, baby daddy.
Yeah. She's like what, half his age?
Dude, that dude younger than me. And Cher's like 80.
She is. That's disgusting.
Demi Moore was at Ashton Kutcher back in the day. I was like, damn, Demi Moore was fucking the young niggas too. Yep. Get her.
Man, this shit been going on since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? It's just they already out to attack. You know what I'm saying? They already got Diddy, they got R. Kelly. I just think, they slipping when you putting shit on camera on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You video cam what you doing in your personal life. You recording it and shit on the phone. Like, just be on top of your A game, because everybody's already out to get the money. You know what I'm saying? They're already out to attack and bringing us down. So, like, just be on top of your toes. It ain't what you do. It's how.
Nah, I agree with you. That should
Dude,
be main.
I just looked it up. She is literally 40 years older. Cher is 40 years older than her fucking boyfriend.
Yeah, that dude, she old. But look, I agree with Jackson, and I think
she's sucking that nigga's soul out.
For men and for women, y'all, like, look, everybody has to protect themselves. Ain't nobody else coming in to save none of us. You got to protect yourself, and you got to put yourself in the best possible situation. People got to stop trusting people so damn much and letting them into their lives. Like, this girl was videotaping. Look, he was videotaping. She was videotaping. She recording this motherfucker. Like, you don't know how many people, it be the closest people to you that be praying on your downfall. It really do be that. It be that way all the time because they know what you got going on. And everybody want to take what you got. A lot of people want to take what you got. So I'm like, look, dudes in that position, women in those positions, you got something to lose. That's why they always tell you mess with somebody else that's got something to lose. And I don't have a problem with age gap dating. That's been going on since the beginning of time. But just don't be hypocritical about it when it comes down to one gender's doing it and another gender's doing it. So all those people that had an issue with him doing it and not Tracy Ellis Ross, y'all just need to shut the fuck up because y'all some hypocrites.
That's a whole fact.
But when it comes to this case, man, look, I'm gonna sit here and say, man, look, if he did the shit, look, he need to go to prison. But he gonna end up coming out for $50 million and probably never going to prison. That's how that shit gonna play out. Because his bitch didn't want to go to the police. And when it comes to her, look, I don't believe you, baby girl. I'm just being honest with you. I don't believe you. I believe it's a money grab, and I know you can play on the optics. This big, strong black man that played in the NFL took advantage of you, even though you let him keep taking advantage of you for months and months and months. Man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. You ain't dumb. Right. You ain't dumb. And the first thing you did was try to get some money. So I'm like, I know everybody gonna form their opinion on it. Shannon, you see how much it's costing you right now. You can't even do your day job because of this situation.
Did they ever do that whole thing with Michael Irvin? Because I heard Michael Irvin was booted off for a certain similar situation.
He got kicked off of ESPN. That's why he over on FS1.
Okay.
Found out he didn't even fucking do what the hell that lady claimed.
And they couldn't give him his job back?
No, that's the whole point. It's just the mention of accusations. Remember, ESPN is owned by Disney.
That's true.
Disney was
fuck Disney.
Walt Disney was a racist motherfucker. He did not like black people at all. That dude did not. That's why I be laughing when so many black people love these Disney movies. I'm like, this dude hated your guts, motherfucker.
You know, it's funny, JJ. I'm waiting for Disney to have their own quiet ones like Nickelodeon did. You know how Nickelodeon had the Quiet Ones documentary?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Disney to come out with their Quiet Ones version too.
Nigga, it's gonna be a shitload of niggas from the 60s on that motherfucking documentary. It's gonna go back from the beginning, like, yes, I was there, Walt Disney grabbed me, and all that shit. It's gonna be crazy. Like motherfucking Titanic in this bitch.
Like, it's gonna be some shit, man. But like, no bullshit, man. Like that Michael Irvin shit was a good example. Just the accusation, man. And that's why I say dudes got to be smart out here. Just the accusation can cost you everything you fucking got. We covered
Trevor,
Johnny
remember
trial.
Trevor Bauer?
Yep, Trevor Bauer. That dude couldn't play baseball for 2 fucking years because his girl swore up and down he did all this shit to him. Like that
Remember
dude
Johnny
didn't do a
Depp?
motherfucking thing. Johnny,
Can't forget about Johnny, man. Justice for Johnny,
and,
bro.
Yep, Amber Turd.
We covered
Yo,
the
she
whole
shitted
trial
in
with
his
that one.
bed, man. She shitted in his bed, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. Vince McMahon shitted on the bench and told the niggas to come in and still smash him. And that nigga is free. That nigga is fucking free. Fuck out.
And I'm just saying, man, like, look, if Shannon did it, yeah, go ahead and pay the money out, bro. Just take your L. You know you done. But if he ain't, man, look, once again, it's gonna be another situation. These false accusations flowing around, and this can't be a straight up go-to play card. Because think about it, dudes ain't getting married no more. It's kind of like a cycle of things. It used to be guys were getting married at a high clip, and a way a woman could get back at him was by divorcing him and taking half his shit, if not majority of his shit. Well, these dudes ain't marrying them now. So what's the only way you gonna get some money out of these motherfuckers? I gotta accuse this motherfucker of doing something crazy to me and sue him. Like, motherfuckers need to understand the game. Because that's the new game now. Used to be married for a couple years, divorce his ass, take the money, and go off and just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah, these dudes ain't falling for it, but they falling for this dumb shit. Obviously, you messing with thoughts. This lady is a sex worker. Why you fucking?
You know what? And that's what it's about too. Disney eating this shit up. They can't have that shit where you got a successful, black man in a position, and it's the young, innocent, white girl, Becky girl. Oh no, they're not having that shit. So that got a big part to play in it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he risking losing it all when it comes to Disney. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a big point.
Jonathan Major still ain't got his role back with Marvel.
Still. Fuck Marvel. Fuck Marvel.
These motherfuckers to the point of hearing the trial and understanding how it played out, and they still convicted him of that dumb shit, which was dumb.
Yep.
You watch the trial. These motherfuckers shut down, probably had $10 billion already slated for the Kang fucking wars and all this shit set up. Already done filmed shit and said, nope, scrapping it. White girl said something happened to her. Fuck that nigga. Like, literally, that's what they did, bro. It's like, really?
Yeah.
You heard the trial, and you know this man. Man, we saw this man fucking running like Usain Bolt through New York, and they still said, "Yep, he did it. He did it." Like, nah, bro. That Me Too shit. I think it had a good part. That believe all women shit. That's never been a good part. But the Me Too movement got some of these sick motherfuckers off the street. But now it's just being used as a damn weapon to take down dudes. I hope that. I can't even say that. I hope that this is the situation right now that's happening to Shannon. I hope this girl truly came out to say what she's saying because it's true. But I honestly, I just don't fucking believe her, bro. I think she's just trying to get a paycheck.
Did you hear the lady? I ain't watched the whole interview. I just saw like a clip. But the lady that started Me Too movement, she said she don't. Her intention was never make it seem like believe all women. She actually said that's the part she don't like. So honestly,
yeah, it was that ugly black lady, wasn't it? The one with the big ass nose.
This nigga crazy. Yeah, but
the one that look like KRS-One. That bitch like KRS-One.
Y'all niggas.
She looked like she could be in the color purple or something. I ain't even trying to be funny. I think that's the lady you talking about. It was like some lady with a strong black lady with a strong ass face.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we got the same person. Keep going. My bad.
Man, that shit had to do shit with shit.
I don't know who's trying to take that.
That nigga just want to clown her. You could have just said darker lady, a taller lady. Like,
nigga, I could have just said nigga, the ugly bitch with the big ass nose. I could have just said.
Anyway, nigga. But yeah, she said that's what she don't. That's the part that she don't like how it like it's been put out to be. So yeah, but like you said, like I feel like now. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I feel like now people waking up a little bit, and I'm gonna say that people ain't believing a lot of shit they see now. A lot of shit people talking about, they ain't really on that shit. Like I see, like a lot of the relationship shit, niggas ain't really fucking with that shit. And now shit, I mean, I'm gonna go by social media comments and shit, so I don't know how a lot of people feel. But you see a lot of females say like, oh, okay, it's the same shit. Like, nah. And I don't know that's the reason. I don't know the reason why, because they like Shannon a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to that shit. It don't got that much. You think about it, Me Too movement, when all these cases is coming out, it's not really. It don't hit like that because I feel like people seeing the bullshit. So,
All I'm saying is, if he beats her and he then countersues the shit out of her, he better be posting all his fucking merchandise. He better be posting all his shit.
But that's funny, bro. Shannon Sharpe is not gonna fucking fall off. Like he's gonna be straight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he wins and beats it, which I think he should and would, but if he does and he wants to countersue her and sue the shit out of her and that lawyer, that Busby dude. Yeah, that Busby
I think he's
dude.
gonna settle out. I think he's gonna settle out of court. You know what I'm saying? He already got too much over his head.
That's the other possibility. That's the only two possibilities. Either settles out or he shoots the shit out of her and beats the case and everything.
The smart thing will be settle out because, hey, at this point he want to get back to what he's doing, bro. He just want to forget about it. Shannon, I feel like Shannon is the type where he just keeps. Once this shit is over, he gonna make it. He gonna leave it like it is, bro. I just feel like Shannon's that type.
That dude's gonna be rocking Laportier product and merch and everything.
Sad part, remember, y'all, he already tried to settle this. He offered.
Yeah, he did. He did 10 mil, but she took it down.
She won at least 25.
She won 20 to 25 at least. These probably said it wasn't even enough.
Hell no, ain't enough.
That lawyer won 20 and 25.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even the lawyer, hold on, because I even heard that there was a chance where they offered them like 17 or 18 million or almost 20 or something like that, and they turned it down still.
Man.
Oh well, so the lawyers want 30. They want to give the bitch 20.
Because they want to get 40%. The lawyer wants to get 40% for sure.
For sure. Yeah. And he rich, bro. I'm not taking 10, bro. I need at least 25. If I'm gonna win big. I'm generational. 25, well, whatever. She probably get what, 15 out of that 25, maybe.
And remember, y'all.
Yeah.
Remember how deadly this game is and how it's rigged. Because let's operate under the pretext that Shannon Sharpe is innocent of all these accusations. She knows, the lawyer knows, that just by bringing this, it'll fuck his career up. And we already see the first steps of it with them making him step away from ESPN. The amount of money that he could make, he might as well just pay this motherfucker some money to avoid it. That's the situation that he's in right now. He's in a lose-lose situation no matter what.
Yeah.
So he gonna have to come out some money.
Call the Jay-Z lawyer. Call the Jay-Z lawyer and get that help, nigga.
Man, Jay-Z ain't about to help that nigga. Jay-Z, first of all, Jay-Z probably don't like how he threw his name out there. Shit.
Oh yeah. Damn. Ow.
I ain't fucking with you, nigga.
Well, get that Johnny Depp lawyer. Get that Johnny Depp lawyer. She a bad bitch too.
Nigga, I just got off some shit with Diddy. Now you want to bring my shit up again? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. So grab the Johnny Depp lawyer.
That's another thing I didn't agree on. Like, nigga, why you bringing up the nigga name? What the fuck?
Chill out on his end because you doing the same thing. How you gonna trip on old dude and you scare you down with it too?
Oh my dog, I'd be mad with Jay-Z.
Look, a bunch of hypocrites out here, a bunch of fucking hypocrites. But he gonna check this. We about to go around the room and get final thoughts. I know Marcus, he had something he wanted to get off real quick. Like, so I'm gonna go to you first, Marcus. Let him know where to find you and get your final thoughts, man.
Yeah, man, great show. Shout out to JBJ for me on this panel. You can catch me on the Takashi Media group live over there in that channel. I appreciate this conversation. Innocent until proven guilty, of course. And in this country, you get to face your accuser and look them in the eye and see if they actually got the balls to lie or tell the truth either way. And it all come out in court. A lot of this stuff is stuff that people are also on the outside all of a sudden doing their other epiphanies or other hypotheticals. But the proof is there, and like the paperwork is there. So you see the inadequacies, you see the timeline not adding up. And it's not illegal for a person to do what they do behind the bedroom as long as it's consensual and they're of legal age. So, yeah, again, I think if she wouldn't want us on the NDA, Shannon should have moved along because there's plenty of fish in the sea. The fact that people are still trying to call the guy GAY, which is crazy because he has kids and he messes with women. I think it's crazy, but yeah, man. Other than that, great show. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, like, share. Support the content creators on this panel. Rob, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackson, and Hurricane, and then JBJ, man. Shout out to you. It's because every time I hear the name Jackson, I think about the Outkast song. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Me too.
Shout out to y'all.
I appreciate that, Marcus. And next we're going to Hurricane. Hurricane, let them know to find you at again and final thoughts and everything.
Yeah. You can find me at Hurricane JW, Hurricane JW2 on YouTube. Full of revolutionary music and content. I got some other content too, but mostly revolutionary music and content. And I'm on Hurricane JW on Facebook, Hurricane.2029 on IG. And great show as always. And only got one thing to say about the chick. We don't believe you. You need more people. And that's it. Shouts out to everybody.
Hello.
Next.
I think he stepped away for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, big back for life. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Good show.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. Somebody knocked at my door. But Rob, you just went?
Yeah, I just went.
All right, Miss Jackson.
Woo! All right, if you catch, I'm Kenique Jackson, and you can catch me at School for Justice on YouTube, wide open. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be more than glad to have you. In a nutshell, the truth will prevail. If you're innocent, the receipts, the evidence will speak for itself. It ain't what you do in life, it's how you do it. So, I think the whole point and the lesson is, just be on top of your game, and you have to watch out, be on guard, because you have certain people when you're in a certain position or status out to attack you or want to prey on your downfall. So just stay on top of your game. And again, if you're innocent, the truth will prevail. And if you have committed a crime and violated someone, justice will be served. Final thoughts for the night.
All right. Yeah. Hey, look, we got Uncanny in here late as usual, so I'm gonna let Uncanny get his quick word in real quick, because he caught us on the way out. So what we got, Uncanny? But Uncanny, don't be acting like you ain't there. I saw you.
So
unmute your mic.
All I want to say is, Shannon Sharpe, you should have never been playing these Candyman games. You see what happens? Have you not learned from history? Never mess with white women, especially if you're Black American. It's just not a good look. My girlfriend has a white best friend, and I don't even want to know her. I don't want to meet her. I never wanted to meet her. I never wanted her around me. I have nothing against her. But I made sure that white Becky devil, I call them white devils, personally, never to come around me. Jay, I know you be smashing white chicks now. One day they're going to catch you with them Candyman. You've been playing them Candyman games too, man. You're going to get caught. Anyway, shout out to everybody, I heard Marcus. I've never met the dude, but I know he's Hispanic like me, and he knows not to mess with white women. Hopefully he knows not to mess with white women.
Man, look, ain't nothing wrong with white women. Look, I'll say this. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Every woman has the capacity to do the same shit that this girl is doing right now, because we forget about the ex-NFL player who had to light some boys up because the girl he was messing with, the black woman he was messing with, brought her brothers over there to jump and beat this dude up. And he was on trial for that. She lied on him, said he did all these different things, and eventually he came out in court and he got acquitted. Every woman has the capacity to do it. The only difference I will say between all of them is when you in America and you a black man and you mess with a white woman and she make these accusations against you, the consequences are 10 times greater than it would be if it was your own women or a Hispanic woman or some shit like that.
All I gotta say, and the last thing I'm gonna say before I go, and I love the show. I love hearing the back and forth from all of y'all. The last thing I'm gonna say is, if you don't believe me about these white women and these Candyman games that y'all be playing, O.J. Simpson was a stand-up American, and that white, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go to hell with this, but that white woman turned him into a murderer, dog.
Shouts out to OJ. Keep up the good work on some New Jack promo shit. This nigga put a New Jack on that, yo. Oh man, that brought back memories.
All
New
right
Jack.
now. Wait a second. I do want to tell y'all this. In the grand scheme of things, man, look, I hope Shannon is innocent of all of it. I'm pulling for him because I actually think he's a pretty good, cool dude. Like, he's a pretty cool dude. But once again, you never put any celebrity on no pedestal, and I don't know the nigga. So at the end of the day, like, once again, if he did it, man, look, you got to pay the price. You got to pay the price, bro. It comes down with it. If the lady's lying, I think there should be some type of repercussions for this type of shit because we've seen this game plan being played. Look, I think she needs. Look, and the sad part, I would say take some money from her, but the bitch ain't got no money. That's why she's trying to get his money right now. But
get that Chris Benoit going. Get that Chris Benoit treatment going.
She might.
Hey, watch out for the snow bunnies.
Yeah, look.
Hey man, and shout out to Shador, man. Still ain't get drafted.
Oh yeah, look, that's gonna be a conversation to start off with. That's gonna be a conversation for Tuesday show. I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that.
Blackball. Shit,
it's worse than that.
Fucking up is real.
Yeah. But like real shit, y'all, man, look, man, be smart out here, man. Be very cautious of the relationships you get in. Be very cautious of the people you bring into your life because it could ruin your shit, especially if you got something going for yourself. You don't want to ever be put in that position. And if you are in a position where somebody is doing you wrong, at least have enough common sense to get the fuck away from them and put the police on them. Yeah, I ain't like motherfuckers scared to put the police on people, man. I don't get that, man. It really makes me think twice when motherfuckers say that somebody did something to them and they ain't go to the police. So, especially if it's women, because y'all know y'all can't really defend yourselves. So, man, please do what the fuck you need to do. Everybody be smart out here so we don't have to keep constantly talking about these type of situations. But look, man, it's been fun. It's been great. We came, we saw, we conquered. Had some great guests come up here and get their opinion on it. Shannon, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Little only friends, girl. Look. I ain't pulling for you, but hopefully you telling the truth. But outside of that, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe, share, turn the notice on, all that in a bag of chips. And we gonna get the fuck up out of here. We'll catch y'all in the next one, which will be tomorrow. So peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.